I bet this shit nigga looking magnificent. I got that son nigga, got it a regimen. They gonna go ahead and looking like ligaments. First is a bitch in the mouth like a peppermint. Young nigga ballin' like varsity letterman. Having a pool and having a living. I got that mo that money was separate. Bitch on that parking.
Yo, YouTube, it's your boy deboloudd. Motherfucking back with another video, bro. He ain't did this shit in a minute, bro. It's been like a slick year, bro. You can tell from the last video, my hair done goddamn dropped like a motherfucker, bro. But yeah, bro, today we got a motherfucking story time. How I work with Keed and YSL. Just like how that process was, the things I learned from it, and you know, just overall how the situation with transpired and the growth from it and what I learned from it. So you gotta start back, like really you gotta go back like 2018, bro. Was like on Keed and got it heavy as fuck. So that shit was like my go-to. That's the shit I was listening to when I'm going through something. I'm in a fucked up situation. How I'm like, that's, you know, everybody got their struggle music or like whatever the fuck they're listening to get them to the next day or next situation or next whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got that shit. For me, that was my shit. And so, you know, I was fucked up listening to that shit. So that shit meant so much to a nigga though, bro. Like, I got so much love for them niggas, bro. It's like no situation or anything could ever like stop me from like fucking with them niggas, bro. Cause it was like, you know, that shit was like surreal, you know what I'm saying, to be somewhere fucked up, you know what I'm saying, fucked up situation, to now they're in your brand supporting you. Like, it was like a full circle moment, you know what I'm saying? So for me, that shit was crazy as fuck, you know what I'm saying? So this was about like 2021. It was like the beginning of the year, and I had just I had just dropped the prior month in December. This is December 2020. So I had just dropped the Sorry for the Wait. I hadn't dropped in like 6 months. So I doubled back with a Sorry for the Wait hoodie. You know what I'm saying? It was a white hoodie. And yeah, so I got that shit to Keed through his manager. How the opportunity came about, it was like my cousin sent me this shit. You know what I'm saying? He was in tune with the shit. I didn't even like see the shit. I wasn't even paying attention to this shit. I'm so focused on my shit or doing whatever the fuck I'm doing business related. I'm not even like looking at shit like that. So that shit came to me in like a crazy way. Just some slight shit. So it's like his manager was like, okay, yeah, send some clothes and shit. And this was like a public goddamn shit. It wasn't like just exclusive to me or nothing like that. And so this is my brand too. It's louddhouse. So that's kind of how the hoodie looked. It was it was on the back. This was on the back, and it said Sorry for the Wait on the front. So, but weight like pounds type shit. So that was how that shit went. So I hit up his manager, got the details and shit, or the shit was on a post or some shit. Either or, it was something like that. Got the post, I made some custom jeans, and I sent that hoodie with it. And it's like stacked jeans era, so I let my cousin stack them and shit at the bottom and shit. I didn't see that nigga wear that shit, but that hoodie, totally different story. So it goes like a couple days to like a week later, bruh. It was like, I don't know what the fuck made me look at this nigga's story. I think I was really on that shit, like, damn, bro, who the fuck finna wear this shit? I don't know if I sent 2 pieces or I sent 1. Not really sure, but I know as soon as I checked that motherfucking story, Keed is in some place. This nigga, he was slick in the dark, but you could see what he had on. And motherfuckers know I just dropped this shit. So I just dropped like the last month. This is like the first couple weeks, a couple days into the year. So motherfucker, this drop is like recent as fuck. So get on the story, he motherfucking blasting music, playing my shit. He, you know what I'm saying? Like he got them jigging in that shit. I'm like, oh shit, like what the fuck? This nigga got like 8 stories wearing this shit. Like this nigga had a long ass story, bro. I'm talking about this. In this shit, I'm like, damn, bro, he going crazy in this shit, bro. Like, cause you know, like some people, like when they send shit to the artist, you know, they get it, take a picture, and that's it. And it might get to their story, bro. This shit was like a whole ordeal with this nigga, bro. He was wearing that shit. He got this shit. This nigga was wearing that shit for days on end, bro. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm not even tripping about how this shit happened. And it's like, people blowing my shit up, bro. They hit my bro, goddamn. Bro, you got Keed in this shit, bro. You see this shit? Like, I'm not, like, I didn't send that shit to him. So it was like, what the fuck, though? It was like, you know, I just said I was listening to him damn near at my lowest points and shit. So it's just like full circle as fuck. So now it's like I'm doing my business. I'm branching out. I'm going to other states and shit. I'm doing shit like this. And now it's like, now this nigga wearing my shit. Like, and I was just, you feel me? Like listening to this nigga. Like, so it's like this shit crazy. So that shit was crazy as fuck. And through that nigga, it's like so many like other opportunities came for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like other designers and shit that's in Atlanta and shit reaching out because of that connection, because they was cool with him too. And so it's like, you know what I'm saying, just putting other pieces together and shit. That's a story time for another day, how that shit transpired. But that one right there, that was some cool shit though, like as far as like how that shit just happened. So he's wearing that shit. He's in the studio in this shit. This is the first hoodie I sent. I got like 3 pieces to him. It was a hoodie, then it was a sweatsuit, like a full set. So 2 to 3 if you want to count the sweats. But so after this, he's in the studio in this shit. Like, and I hear Young Thug music in the background with this shit, and Lil got it in the video. I'm like, this nigga in the Yo Slime. Like, so it's like my clothes that been in rooms motherfuckers haven't even like stepped in or can't even go in. Like, me Thug, I'm hearing this nigga recording, bro. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, this nigga was in the studio at least 2 to 3 days in that shit, bro, back to back. Just seeing the different stories and different angles and shit getting sent to me by his manager. His manager is updating on me. He's updating me about this shit like every step of the way. Like this shit's a promo run. I'm like, bro, I ain't paid a motherfucking dime for this shit. This shit just happening. I'm like, what the fuck? He really fucking with this shit. So it was like, goddamn. So then it was like, fast forward, little guy that shoots a music video. This was that Tootsie Roll shit, bro. I don't know what the fuck. I'm watching this shit. What the fuck? How I seen this shit? Bro, it's like, it's kind of like mid to the end of the music video. He gonna get on the phone with Lil Keed, bro. And it's a clip where they showing Keed on the phone. Got it. He like this. This nigga is in the music video on the phone wearing my shit, bro. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, bro? So it's like, this shit just happened. It's like more shit just keep happening. I'm like, yo, bro. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, it's like it was like a trickle down effect, like how you flick the dominoes and shit. This shit just keep happening. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, I'm not doing shit, and this shit just keep fucking happening. So then after that, nigga PJ hit me up. So this is their homeboy and shit. He YSL too. So goddamn, that shit just was like, what the fuck? So he hit me. I sent him the hoodie. Now he's taking pictures in this shit. He's traveling in this shit, and he's shooting music videos in this shit. So it's like, nigga, this shit branching off in like different ways. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, he probably shot like a music video, maybe 2. I'm not really sure. I know he was traveling in this shit. Yeah, he fucked around and went to deboloudd shit in California with Got It, and he was wearing my shit in his store. Like, that's another motherfucker. Like, damn, like, he getting the motherfuckers, like I said, other designers and shit. He's in bruh's store wearing my shit. This shit all the way in California. This nigga all the way across the country in my motherfucking shit somewhere else promoting my shit. Like, and you know, deboloudd taking pictures of them niggas shopping, and they have on my shit. So it's like, this shit crazy, bro. Niggas in New York and my shit, all kind of shit. Motherfucking places I ain't been, but my shit there. So it's like, damn, bro. Like, this shit is surreal as fuck. Cause it's like this shit just branching out, and I'm not even like having to do this shit, bro. And it's like, shit was just like, damn. So it's like, you know, I fought with them niggas long way for that shit, bro. Like, so here comes the motherfucking next drop. I do the sweatsuit shit. I'm in Charlotte shooting this shit. You know what I'm saying? So Atlanta 2 hours away from me. I'm in South Carolina and shit. That shit like right there. And Charlotte like an hour. I went up to Charlotte to shoot this shit, bro. And then goddamn. And this shit was all organic too. Like, them motherfuckers hit me up for this shit. So it was just like a cool fucking shit to see like how this shit transpired. And it's like, it was all organic. So I'm in Charlotte, I'm doing the photo shoot and shit, and I think I was messaging PJ like about this shit, bro. I think they was getting ready to go somewhere or some shit like that. I don't know. I was mid photo shoot, like taking the pictures as I'm hitting this nigga up and shit. So it was some cool shit though, bro. Like, just to be able to be like, you know, tied in like that, that was some cool shit, bro. And so I got them shoot the shit. I think I showed PJ that shit first, and then I got ready to shoot. Well, I had just shot the shit, and then I get back. I was about to go down there. I think it was like his birthday or some shit. Motherfucker was like, I couldn't make that job, bro. That shit I was fucking through, bro. I was tired as fuck after all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this shit happened how it happened. But, so then I get Keed the next drop, which was that sweatshoot I just shot and shit. And so, from there, Keed got it. I sent one to got it, but I don't really think I was getting his sizing right, or I just never seen him in it. He like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I didn't see him in that shit. But Key and PJ was wearing the fuck out of this shit. So the next one was the sweatsuit, and Keed and PJ both got that shit. PJ, I seen this motherfucker in the studio and this shit, taking pictures in this shit. They taking pictures and sending me this shit. So I'm like, god damn, bro. Like, this shit tough. So then Key gets the shit. This nigga Key does a whole fucking promo run. I think this was like Trout on Cleveland 3 era type shit. I don't know if he had just did the deluxe or what, but it was like that era. So it was like, damn, this motherfucker going crazy. Key is in the studio in this shit. This nigga doing press runs in this shit. He's recording in the studio. Like, they got videos of him recording in the studio in my shit. Then it's like, I swear this nigga was wearing this shit for like 2 weeks straight, bro. I swear that's how that shit was. And then these niggas go to the club. Now he's around 21 and shit. Like, he was with 21 Harold, I think Yak got it. He was around Umfung. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, now niggas at 21 seeing this shit. I'm like, god damn, bro. Like, this shit happening, bro. So it's like, what the fuck, bro? So from there, it was just like, yo, like, nah, this shit, like, what? I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? So it's like, this nigga Key, he keep going, bro. This nigga's in the club. He's taking more pictures, but everywhere he's going, it's pictures. It's like, it's not like he's doing story pictures. No, this nigga getting like official pictures done, like photo shoots. Like, this is way past influencer marketing at this point. It's like, boy, what the fuck? He's going ham on this shit, bro. I'm like, yo, like, he got photo shoots from the studio session and videos and this shit. So it's like, bro, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So that shit was, overall, was just like a crazy experience. And I learned so much from that shit. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I like both sides of the spectrum though, bro. Cause it's like I learned as things I could have did better. And I looked at how I like learned things that I could have improved on, and I seen how I did execute like real good shit. Because at that time, I think I had just got my clothes in the store, and it was the same shit that Keed was wearing. And I had already sold out in the store before, but it was like when I put that shit out, it was like doo-doo-doo, like trickle down effect, like that shit. You already got them going crazy. So it's like that shit is just like an added like layer on top of that shit to leverage. You know what I'm saying? This is not even my store and shit. This is like a retail store I had got this shit into. It was like a local store around here, but it was like still you got your shit in the store and this shit is selling and you getting 100% of this shit back. And it's like this shit happening fast, bro. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, just through vicariously through this nigga and his team, this everybody that I'm like naming and shit, I'm getting opportunities in other places that it's like, what the fuck? And I don't want to make it seem like it was just that, because I had that shit already, but it was like solidifying this shit. When I'm going to places, I'm going to pop-ups. If I'm going to pop-up shops, and it's like motherfuckers just already knowing who I am and shit because of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I got this shit on the table, framed pictures of these niggas wearing the shit, and then it's like it's helping me get more sales, helping me network better, because it's like it was like already a common ground. Everybody's listening to this nigga. It's like, but I'm the one getting him the clothes and he's wearing the shit. So it's like, yeah, I think that pop-up was like a couple months later down the line and shit. So it was like something else. It was something else. Nah, PJ was wearing the shit. He was in another music video. This one was like some harder shit to see than that other one, but like it was that workout shit with Lil Gotti and Gunna and shit, and PJ was wearing that shit in the video shoot. So it was like these people are like really seeing my brand, bro. Like it's not just like a one time wear. Like this shit is in video shoots, and you know, like shit is really happening with this shit on. So it was like, it wasn't like a crazy shot, because it's not his music video, so I wasn't thinking it was gonna be like some crazy shit. But the shot that they did do, if he did get in it, it would have been crazy as fuck. But he did get a shot in it. It was like a split second though. It was like some fast shit. Like if you didn't know him and didn't know where to look, you wouldn't have seen that shit. But just the fact I can say that this shit has been in like more than one music video is like crazy in itself. And so it's like, you know what I'm saying, like just as far as that shit go, influencer marketing in itself, it's like that shit was like through the roof with that shit. And it's like, as crazy as this shit sounds, I could have did better. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's always like a learning opportunity in this shit. Like, as far as me, like, learning and taking notes on my business journey and my growth and where I could have implemented certain things and things I didn't know then that I know now. It's like, I'm like, fuck, I could have scaled this shit to so much bigger shit. You know what I'm saying? Had I known the shit I know now. You know what I'm saying? As far as like ads, marketing, you know what I'm saying? Just taking this shit another step. But it's like I never like judge myself about shit like that, because it's like, how many motherfuckers can say they've done this shit? Everybody can't even say they've done this shit, and let alone to say they've worked with Keed and YSL. Like, everybody can't say this shit. You know, this shit is like a staple. There's some shit like you can't say that shit now, bro. It done passed and shit. So it's like, you know, for me, that shit meant so much to a nigga, bro. Cause it's like, bro, like, this shit was all organic. Like, to this day, I know I can still reach out to some of them. And I say some of them just cause it's just the ones I named and shit. But, you know, I could still reach out and work with them. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I also learned, like, not to solely put your eggs in one basket with that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Make that shit work for you. You feel me? Like, that shit was working. But I'm just saying, like, you don't want to be solely relying on that shit, because when that whole ordeal happened with the case and shit, it was like, you know, that shit put that shit in perspective. It's like, now this shit is happening. It's like, you can't make that shit up. That's some real life shit that happened. But it's like, you know, you're your own business. You're not, you can be cool with them, but it's like it's a separate shit, bro. And it's like, when something like that happens, you have to still be able to maneuver your shit outside of what you have going on with them. Like, your shit shouldn't stop when their shit stops. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like, it's like, it was like a lot of shit, because it was like, I had other people in Atlanta I was getting this shit too, and they was passing this shit. It was like crazy. It was crazy as fuck, like, to see this shit, because it was like each one of them was like motherfuckers I genuinely fucked with. Like, the other dude was like probably the first person in Atlanta to reach out to me and to tell me, like, I got something good, like, keep going, like, you know what I'm saying, on some supportive shit, you know what I'm saying. So just as far as that shit go, bro, it's like, there's a whole bunch of like lessons and shit within that shit, bro. And it's like, I'm solely like, well, forever grateful for this shit, bro, because it's like, that's some shit you don't forget. That's some shit that you take with you, and that's like, this shit a part of a nigga legacy now. Like, this is like story time shit, bro. And it's like, the crazy thing is, this is like only like the beginning of this shit. It's shit motherfuckers don't even know this shit. It's just like really lore, nigga. Like, if you ain't knowing this shit, imagine what this shit gonna be like years later. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers is looking back at this shit like, damn, bro, this motherfucker's working with them, and I done had X amount of accolades and shit, bro. Cause it's like, yeah, bro, this shit gonna be big, bro. And it's like, from there, it's like, this shit only gonna get bigger, bro. You know what I'm saying? So this is pretty much the story time of how I work with Keed and YSL. I really don't think I'm leaving anything out. And I got some other people in YSL in it that wasn't like overly like famous, you could say. But you know what I'm saying? But that shit, that was pretty much that on that. So yeah, that was some cool shit though. This is story time how I work with Keed and YSL, and how that shit transpired. You know what I'm saying? So you did. That's a motherfucking video though, bro. If you got to this point, I fuck with you, bro. You a OG motherfucking member in this shit, bro. Yeah, you get your OG spot though. But like, comment, subscribe for more motherfucking content, man. Shit on the way, bro. Shit on the motherfucking way, bro. Trust. Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all niggas. Love y'all niggas, man. See y'all niggas in the next one.